Hey everyone, so today's video is just going to be me answering all the questions that you had. So I'm going to be doing these videos quite a bit over the next little while just to see how it goes. So I'm going to just be calling it Ask Blake. So if I ever tweet saying send me your questions for Ask Blake, you know what type of video is coming next. So basically what I'm just going to do in this video is answer the questions that you had, and I'm just going to read them off of my iPad. So let's just get into the questions. So the first question comes from Shaquille Watson, and they want to know, what was your high school GPA in total and what did you score on the SATs? So as for the GPA, my school didn't do it according to GPA, we just did averages. So I ended up in my senior year with about, I think, a 96% average. So I'm not sure what that converts to as for GPA. That's just how my high school did it. As for the SATs, I didn't write the SATs because I go to school in Canada, and you're not required to take the SATs for schools in Canada, at least that I know of. If you're going to school in the United States, though, I know that you are required to take your SATs. So a lot of people ask me what my SAT scores were, so just to clear it up, I never wrote the SAT. So the next question comes from I'm Shay Carl, and they want to know, I know this is random, but what car do you drive? I drive a Dodge Nitro. I don't know if you know what that looks like. I'll put a picture here just so that you can see what that looks like. So X Applebottom wants to know, what do I study at college? So currently I am just in my first year of general science degree, and I have to declare my major and minor after this year, so I am not completely decided yet, but I'm pretty sure that I'm planning on majoring in chemistry. So that's another question that I get a lot: what is my major? So as for right now, I will probably stick with majoring in chemistry. So the next couple questions comes from AK Crafter, and they ask, what is your favorite Sims expansion pack and stuff pack? My favorite expansion pack would probably be the new Sims University Life that just came out a couple weeks ago. I'm really enjoying that. And as for my favorite stuff pack, probably high-end loft stuff, I think, would be my favorite. That's a pretty old one. I think it was one of the first few stuff packs that came out for The Sims 3. And they also asked, how many gigabytes of RAM do you have in your computer, your iMac desktop? And I believe that it is 4 gigabytes. So Stranger9809 asks, on average, how many hours do you spend a day studying? Probably 3 to 4 hours at most. In university, it probably should be a little bit more than that, but with all of my with my classes and labs and all that stuff, I really only get like 3 or 4 hours of assignment work and studying done per night. So the next question comes from Eddie Avalon 93, and once again they ask, what's your major and what do you want to do as a career? So like I said before, I'm planning on continuing with majoring in chemistry, and as for the career, I eventually want to apply to pharmacy school or take a forensic science path and follow that. So that is basically what I want to do as a career, just for those of you that are always wondering that. So Ernie Tan asks, are you the only child in the family? No, I'm not. I have an older brother who is in his 3rd year university studying business. So Mr. Ba07 asks, I like your glasses, what brand are they? These ones are Ray-Bans, and I have another pair. I'm not sure specifically what the brand is of those ones, but I think these are the only ones that I've worn during videos, so those are probably the ones that you're wondering what brand they are. So Blueflower951 asks a couple questions, so I'll answer the ones that I haven't already answered already. So I guess the first one would be, do you have a job? So I do have just a little part-time job that I do on the weekends. It's just at a service station, just a cashier there. So I do that on the weekends. As for this summer, I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet. I did apply for a pharmacy position at the local hospital, so I'm just waiting to hear back from that. But if I don't, then I'm not sure if I'll just stay at the service station or look for something that would end up helping me in the future. But as for right now, I'm just working there. And I think that is it. What are you interested in to do after university? Just basically pursue a career of some sort. So Chelsea Burnham, 1989, asks a few questions. She says, what do your parents do for a living? My mom works for the government, and my dad has his own business. What are your plans for the summer? Probably just working somewhere, like I mentioned before. Are you still trying to get a single dorm room, or are you enjoying the company of a roommate? I really do enjoy having a roommate. It's nice to have the company, but I also do enjoy my privacy. So, you know, it's kind of 50-50. I did submit an application for next year for my dorm room, and I did still indicate if a single was available that I'd take that, and if not, then I would continue to live with my current roommate if he decides that he's coming back. So that's basically the dorm room situation there. The next question comes from Lucky Lunatic 1, and they ask, could you elaborate a bit on your hobbies, photography, piano, guitar? Thanks. So basically, the biggest hobby that I have now would be photography. I've kind of gotten away from the piano and the guitar a little bit, and more into photography and video and things like that. I'm actually looking to purchase a new camera for photography. I did have a digital SLR camera that I used for a few years, so right now I'm just looking to upgrade that. And when I eventually do that, I plan on making a few videos related to that, just some camera bag organization, and just showing you some of my photos that I've taken, just to kind of share my hobbies with you. So the next questions come from Bragnus123, and they ask, what iPad and iPad case do you have, and what camera do you use? So this is just, I think it's the iPad 2, and this is a smart cover, I believe it's called. So it's got the, or it's a smart case. This is the actual smart cover, but it's also got the case to protect the back. So that's just the difference between the cover and the case. So I went with the case. What camera do I use? I currently use a Canon Vixia HF M30 as a video camera that I'm recording on now, but I am looking to purchase a new digital SLR camera, and I would potentially use that to film videos as well, so the quality would be a little bit better. The next question comes from GeorgeBoy22, and they ask, do you ever have friends over to your dorm, and does your university do an IT course? Yes, I have friends over to my dorm all the time. Actually, one of my best friends that I've been friends with since as long as I can remember, really, I think since the first grade, she actually lives right next door to me in the building, so that's a really great thing to have. And there's some other people, some other friends from my high school that are here as well, and obviously some new friends that I've made since I've been here. As for the IT course, I do believe that they do have some kind of computer IT program here, but I'm not too sure on that. So the next question comes from LovelyBeauty21, and they ask, were you one of those people who panicked when you got a B+, or were you pretty chill about all your grades, even the ones who weren't the best? So I wasn't one of those people that would freak out if I got a bad grade. I just knew that I did my best. So if I was expecting an A and I got a B, it didn't really affect me that much. I just knew that I had to do better next time. But it all depends on what your standard is and what you think your best is. So no, I wasn't one of those people that panicked over a grade. I just knew that I could make it up somewhere else. So the next question comes from Emily LeBlanc, and she says, what is the best way to get involved on campus? In my opinion, I think definitely joining different clubs, going to your orientation, and meeting people there, and figuring out all the different groups that your school has to offer, and just always be looking at the bulletin boards for events and teams to join and clubs to be a part of. That's really all that I have to say about that. Just make sure that you do try to get involved in at least something. So the last question comes from Miss Organized Life, and she says, did you like going to high school every day, or did you dread it like me? Just wondering. I'm actually going to do a video on this eventually about the whole high school experience and everything. But yes, I did like going to high school. I did enjoy the classes and the friends that I made. There were times that, it wasn't the best. It kind of sucked. But that happens to everyone, and that's just high school. So I will elaborate on that in a future video. So what you guys can do for me now is just leave some questions in the comments below, so that for the next episode of Ask Blake, I'll have a bunch of questions that I can answer. So you can check out my Twitter at OrganizedBlake. You can go to my website at organizedwithblake.com, and you can also follow me on Pinterest at pinterest.com/BlakeG28. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.